My first concept is self-presentation. In chapter 2.3 of Communication in the Real World, self-presentation is described as deliberately concealing or revealing personal details to influence other people's perceptions of you. There are two ways to self-presentation: pro-social and self-serving. Pro-social self-presentation is when you present yourself as a role model who is likable and attractive. This presentation strategy is to benefit those around you. Self-serving self-presentation is when you present yourself as highly skilled, willing to challenge others, and someone that is not to be messed with. This strategy is to benefit yourself at the expense of other people. Based solely off of these definitions, it's clear that self-presentation has and continues to be an extremely important part of being a politician. It's extremely important to politicians. They want to be perceived as a good person, as a moral person. Maybe they want to be perceived as hardworking, as a family-oriented person. Voters want to vote for someone who they think is a good person, and they have certain values that they want a political candidate to align with. So politicians must use self-presentation to conceal, maybe bad parts of themselves, maybe scandals, bad things they've done. And they want to reveal things like the fact that they, spend a lot of time with their family or they go to church, things like that. This helps voters like them and it makes them want to vote for them. This is exactly how self-presentation shows itself in campaigns particularly, because politicians use their social media presence to project a particular image of themselves to the public. Trump uses this concept to try and win over voters in his most recent ad campaign. So there is a Truth Social post that I have linked here that Trump posted to his personal Truth Social account, and it presents him as hardworking Christian and a caretaker. He's described as a savior that was sent by God to the American people. He appeals or attempts to appeal to a nostalgic to traditional ideal from the very first shot of the video, which features a vinyl record on a record player and an old-timey narration. It sounds very like it's from the 50s or 60s, something like that. And I'll go to the clip now and highlight some examples of this. The clip opens, like I said, it sets you in a very certain time period that Trump wants to harken back to.
1946, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God gave us Trump. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, fix this country, work all day, fight the Marxists, eat supper, then go to the Oval Office.
So there he's being presented as a very hard worker for America, and that he is, fighting the people who seek to threaten America. I don't know the quote Marxist is what he's saying there. This is a clip of him with his grandchildren. Again, he's shown as a family man, which a lot of Americans like to see. Here, it's a clip of him with Melania, so he's shown, as dedicated to his wife.
Then tell the ladies to be sure and come back real soon.
And this next clip, he's shown as very Christian, like God's very important to him. He's shown as a godly man.
Follow the pen and remain strong in faith and know the belief of God and country.
He's also shown as being patriotic right there. Then over here, there's a clip of him.
Military, the system all day, and finish a hard week's work by attending church on Sunday.
So that's a clip of him attending a church service. I don't think he's the most avid churchgoer, but they provided footage from the time he has gone to church to present him in a certain way to the voters. This is all in service of his 2024 presidential campaign, as you can see here. Trump 2024 is what it says. So this is, for his 2024 presidential campaign. I just think that this example really highlights politicians using social media to present themselves in a certain way, and it influences his campaign because this is for his campaign, and it's influencing his image. It's projecting himself in a certain way. So it's a great example of this. Here's my citation. There's no author that I could find for the textbook, so I just put Anna in right there.